Hello, Beatle friends, and hello to everybody else watching. Hope all of you are doing wonderful. Today I'm going to show you my recent Beatles finds. I'm going to show you some Beatles items as well as the Beatles vinyl finds. So I hope you enjoy this Beatles update video, and let's begin. The first Beatles item I'm going to show you is the Revolver slip mat. I ordered this off the Beatles website. This is the original Robert Freeman cover. This was going to be the original front cover of Revolver until the Beatles decided that Klaus Voormann should design the front cover. I like the Klaus Voormann drawing a lot more, but this is a cool cover. And this is one I'm going to put on my turntable. And also from the Beatles website, I purchased this, the Yellow Submarine comic book by Bill Morrison. This is a few years old. Breeze through this comic book. It's a really cool comic book. All right, now on to the vinyl records. I'm going to show you the singles first. The first single I'm going to show you is John Lennon, Love. On the B side is Gimme Some Truth. This is a posthumous single release. The single was released the same time that the John Lennon collection was released, around '82. Original UK pressing. Here's a look at the vinyl record. The Love side. Original UK Parlophone pressing. The B side, Give Me Some Truth, from the Imagine album. The version of Love on this single is different from the album version, and that's because the piano intro and outro does not fade up like on the album. You hear the piano intro and outro at full volume. And it's an interesting mix. That's why I bought this single. The next single I'm going to show you is also a UK pressing, but this one is a George Harrison single, My Sweet Lord. This one doesn't have the picture sleeve. I'm hoping to get the one with the picture sleeve at some point. On the B side is What Is Life. The next single is also by George Harrison. I have two different copies of this single. First copy I'm going to show you is the UK pressing. UK pressing of Bangladesh. Once again, no picture sleeve. On the B side is Deep Blue. Here's another copy of Bangladesh. This one is a US pressing. Deep Blue. The next few singles are by the Beatles. The first of the Beatles records I'm going to show you is The Ballad of John and Yoko. This one is the original UK pressing. This is, I believe, my second copy of this single, or maybe third. I'll have to look. But this one was a nice price. That's the B-side, Old Brown Shoe. And this was the first single to be released in stereo in England. But in the US, it was the second single to be released in stereo. The next Beatles single is a record show find. The Long and Winding Road, the last US single, and their last US #1. For You Blue on the B-side. In the original picture sleeve. And here's a look at the record. The next 7-inch record is another record show find. This is the Let It Be Naked Fly on the Wall EP. This was included in the Let It Be Naked album. I didn't get another copy of the Let It Be Naked vinyl album. I bought this EP alone. They only had this EP, but not the actual album. And I still have the Let It Be Naked album in my collection. Look at the label. Made in the European Union on Parlophone and Apple II. The rest of the vinyl records are the full-length albums. Next record I'm going to show you is Julian Lennon's recent album, Jude. Back of it. And let me show you the vinyl record. This one I kept in the shrink. So I didn't open the gatefold. Here's a look at the inner sleeve. Lyrics, all the songs. And here's a look at the vinyl record. And here's a look at the signed lithograph included in this album. Signed by Julian. I bought another copy of Julian Lennon's recent album, Jude, so I can have another signed lithograph. This one I put in the frame. My next vinyl find is a Record Store Day Black Friday release. This is the Best of Dark Horse Records, 1974 to 1977. And this is a various artists compilation. It's not a Best of George Harrison compilation. Look at the hype sticker. And this one is still in a shrink. Here's a look at the back. Show you the vinyl record. Actually show you the inner sleeve first. Dark Horse Records inner sleeve. Here's a look at the record. I played this record a couple times and it's interesting. I like what I hear on this compilation. My next vinyl find is George Martin, In My Life. Sealed, never open. The track list with Heroes and Friends. This is a Beatles cover album. This is the album where George Martin had a lot of friends, and some he didn't know well. They do covers of the Beatles songs. And there's also an original here that was never released on the Beatles record called Friends and Lovers. The rest were released on Beatles albums, including the Pepperland Suite. I haven't opened this yet because I'm going to try to get an open copy of this album. I'm really happy to have this on vinyl. My next vinyl find is Carl Perkins and Friends, Blue Suede Shoes, a rockabilly session with Eric Clapton, George Harrison, Ringo Starr, and Dave Edmunds. Back of it, track list. And here's a look at the record on the Madfish label. My next vinyl find is a Paul McCartney album, Give My Regards to Broad Street. This is a flea market find. Found this at the flea market for $6. And this was after I did my recent Paul McCartney update video. It's on Parlophone. And this was pressed in Greece. Look at the gatefold. And this one doesn't have the original inner sleeve. It's in the white inner sleeve. And here's a look at the record. Side 2. My next vinyl find is by John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Milk and Honey, the posthumous album. This is a UK pressing. I found this one for a nice price, about $12. And this is in excellent shape, unlike my US copy, which is in rough shape. There's a look at the gatefold. Here's a look at the inner sleeve. Lyrics of all the songs on the album. Here's a look at the vinyl record in a different inner sleeve. My next vinyl find is by George Harrison. This is a Japanese pressing of Somewhere in England. Includes the obi. And this one is in minty shape. Show you the Japanese insert first. Here's a look at the inner sleeve. Lyrics to all the songs on the album and the track list. The other side of the inner sleeve. And here's a look at the vinyl record, Japanese pressing. It's in mint shape. Side 2. The rest of the vinyl finds are the Beatles records. After I show you the rest of the Beatles finds, I'm going to show you a couple more Beatles artifacts. Next vinyl record is A Hard Day's Night. This is the original UK mono first pressing. Another copy of this UK mono first pressing. Back of it. This one is a Ernest J. album sleeve. I have a copy of this album with the original Ernest J. sleeve, but that one is in rough shape. This one's in much better shape. I managed to purchase this copy for a nice amount. Show you the vinyl record. Unfortunately, it's not in the original EMI Emetix inner sleeve. But this one is in excellent shape. Look at the vinyl record. This is the chubby font variant. I really like the chubby font variant of the original UK pressing of this album. And not only that, I also like the yellow and black Parlophone label. Next Beatles find is A Hard Day's Night, but this one is a Japanese stereo pressing, and it's on the Apple label. Different front cover, back cover here. Here's a look at the insert. Lyrics to all the songs in English. And also has the song titles listed in both English and in Japanese. Back side of the insert. Here's a look at the vinyl record in the black inner sleeve. And this one is a Japanese dark red vinyl pressing. Side 2, slice apple label. My next vinyl find is also a Japanese pressing, but this was part of the 1976 Japanese Flag Series reissues. This is Help, in excellent shape. Back of it, show you the insert. Lyrics to all the songs in both English and in Japanese. It's a really cool insert. And here's a look at the vinyl record on the Apple label. My next vinyl find, something new, also a Japanese pressing. Back of it, gatefold, here's a look at the insert, lyrics to all the songs. Also the song titles in both English and in Japanese. Here's a look at the vinyl record in the black inner sleeve, made by Apple. It's on dark red vinyl. It's my second copy of this Japanese pressing of something new on dark red vinyl. And it's on the Apple label. This one's in excellent shape. I found this one for a nice low price. My next vinyl find, Rubber Soul. This is a UK stereo pressing. Export sticker, the PX price sticker. Back of it. And here's a look at the vinyl record. And this pressing is a circa 1968-69 stereo pressing. Here's a look at the inner sleeve. This one's in excellent shape. This one has the -3 matrix numbers on both sides. And this is a circa 1968-69 stereo pressing in excellent shape. Just needs some cleaning. This record looked like it was not played for years. My next vinyl find, also a recent record show find, Revolver. This one is in the shrink, and it's a US Revolver album. And that's the RIAA number right there, 6, which indicates it's a West Coast pressing. This one doesn't have the original Capitol inner sleeve. But here's the record. It's a West Coast press-in. My next vinyl find, another Japanese press-in, Revolver. And it's another record show find. Back of it. It's a 1969 Japanese red vinyl press-in on the Apple label. Here's a look at the insert. Quick look at the black inner sleeve. The record's not in this inner sleeve, it's in a different sleeve. And here's the vinyl record. Another Japanese dark red vinyl press-in on the Apple label. Side 2. And here's a look at the DVD-R, which was included in this album when I bought it from the record show. And this one has a vinyl rip of this very copy of Revolver. And it sounds great. There's two different rips of this. There's the raw rip and there's the rip where all the clicks were removed to make it sound crystal clear. Big thank you to whoever decided to do a vinyl rip of this album and make a DVD-R with the files. My next vinyl find, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is the original 1967 Japanese red vinyl pressing on the Odeon label. I bought this the same time as the Revolver Japanese pressing I showed you. Show you the gatefold. This copy doesn't include the Japanese insert, so I'm going to show you the vinyl record. Dark red vinyl on the Odeon label. Japanese pressing. My next vinyl find, Yellow Submarine. This is the original UK stereo first pressing. Back of it. Does not have the printed and made by Garrett and Lofthouse on the flip back. Here's a look at the black inner sleeve by Apple. And here's the vinyl record in a different sleeve. This one's in excellent shape. This was a nice 2-digit amount. Original UK stereo first pressing. side too. My last vinyl find, before I show you a couple more Beatles items, is Get Back, the Rooftop Performance in true stereo for the first time. This is a bootleg vinyl release of the new 2022 remastered version, released for download and streaming only last year. Back of it. Back cover is the same design as the previously released bootleg of the Rooftop concert, but with a different cover. But this one has the Get Back documentary cover right here. And here's a look at the vinyl record on blue vinyl. I played through this and it sounds great. I still would love to see a vinyl release of the Rooftop concert by Apple, an official vinyl release. I'm going to show you a couple of inserts. Here's the poster. And here's the inner sleeve. The record's not in this inner sleeve, it's in the white one I showed you. Before I conclude this Beatles update video, I want to show you a couple more items. Here is a George Martin postcard, signed by George Martin himself, Sir George Martin. And the last Beatles item I'm going to show you in this update video is the 1963 promotional card. This is a publicity card. And I found this one for a nice price. As you can see, there's tape stains on here, but that didn't stop me from wanting to buy this. I always wanted to have one of these promotional cards. Imagine having all 4 of the Beatles signatures on the back here. Be really cool. That concludes this Beatles update video showing you my recent Beatles vinyl finds and some Beatles items. Hope you enjoyed seeing everything in this Beatles update video. I want to mention that I'm not going to be buying vinyl records for a while because I'm going to be moving. Once I get a new place, I will post an update video showing you the inside of my new place, as well as the music room, which will be under construction. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and talk to you all later.